Hello, thank you for watching. Perhaps you have heard a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints say, the church is true, or you're going to. What do we mean by that one little sentence? There's definitely room for some explanation, and here it is. I got some notes to remind myself about what that means to us, but I'm going to be able to look at the camera for most of this because I know what we mean. When we say the church is true, we mean that the true and living God ordered Joseph Smith to start the church. The true and living God used Joseph Smith to start the church, and it's God's church. We mean that the priesthood is here. That priesthood power that Peter is the reason that Peter was able to receive revelations about different things, like it was time to stop living the law of Moses and doing ritualistic circumcision, and what else? It was time for the Gentiles to hear the gospel. Jesus had strictly ordered his disciples to only go to Jews, nobody else. But now it was time for everyone, even people that did not have any Jewish ancestors, to hear the gospel. That's in Acts chapter 10 about. But that same authority, Peter had authority to do that. He was the leader of Jesus Christ Church at the time, a position exactly the same as what President Russell M. Nelson has now. We mean that Joseph Smith was a true prophet, and those who have followed him in leadership of the church have been true prophets of God. Let's see if we can run off the list real quick. That is Joseph Smith, Brigham Young, John Taylor, Wilford Woodruff, Lorenzo Snow, George Albert Smith, Joseph F. Smith, Heber J. Grant, Joseph F. Smith, Joseph Fielding Smith, Harold B. Lee, David O. McKay, Spencer W. Kimball, Ezra Taft Benson, Howard W. Hunter, Gordon B. Hinckley, Thomas S. Monson, Russell M. Nelson. If I missed any, feel free to point out them in the comments section of the video. Yeah. The revelations and that the church claims are true. The official doctrines, those are true. So, while I am proving to have allergies by having an itchy nose, let's see. Well, I might as well talk real quickly about what it does not mean, so you don't get confused about what we mean when we say the church is true. It does not mean that we agree with everything every church leader has ever done. See, somebody can believe the church is true and believe that, even go so far as to think Brigham Young shouldn't have said some things he said. Policies of the church are not eternal doctrines. It's just what the church is doing now about a circumstance or condition. So, if we say we believe the church is true, it would be inappropriate for you to say, well, yeah, but what about this policy that the church said for now we're going to do this or that thing? True prophet does not mean that they're turned into robots, so I might have a political disagreement with one of the prophets or apostles in the past, and that's okay. The church is still true. I can be extremely shocked that Bruce R. McConkie wrote Mormon doctrine when he wasn't even an apostle yet, but the church is still true. When somebody says the church is true, we are not claiming that the members are sinless. So we can believe the church is true and vote differently in civil elections than the other members of the church in our area. Because the church does not take an political position. The church is politically neutral, so it's just by chance what the members in the area believe, and not a church policy or doctrine that you have to believe this or that party. Or alright, and I was making this video because the church is true. Jesus Christ is our Savior, the only option we have ever had, and the only option we ever needed. Sometimes your only option for something in life is not a good one, but it's what you have. Jesus Christ as our Savior is not just our only option, but He's the best option for a Savior we could ever want. And thank you for watching. You have a good day.